Are you or a loved one disabled? Do you feel alone, lost, and confused as to how to win your Social Security case? If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have so many questions and you're desperately looking for the answers. Hi, my name is Avi Leibovic, and I'm the owner at Benefits for All and the lead attorney at Avi Leibovic Associates. Over the course of my 20-year career, I've overseen the processing and screening of over 500,000 disability cases, working with the largest hospitals, neighborhood clinics, primary care physicians, and even individuals who had no access to care at all. My strategies for how to win the case have made me one of the top experts in Social Security law in the entire nation. My life and my career were going great. And then one day it all came crashing down. It started first with some abdominal pains. And before I knew it, I'd been admitted to the hospital several times and I required multiple surgeries. I found myself unable to work and disabled and in desperate need of my own benefits. I understand exactly how you feel. I was in your shoes. And I'm going to take you through the process and help you and give you everything that I know so that you can win your case. I'm recovered and I'm back at work. And I have a newfound passion for helping disabled people because I myself have been there too. Call our office today for a free screening and to see how we can help you with your Social Security case. At the same time, enjoy these videos and webinars that we've prepared to you to help you understand how to win your Social Security case. Hey everyone, Avi Leibovic, and you're watching another one of the amazing webinars offered by Benefits for All, where we teach you how to win your Social Security case without necessarily having to hire an expensive attorney. Once again, I always begin every one of these webinars by telling you that an attorney will probably help you, or a non-attorney rep who's familiar with the laws and the regulations, the policies and procedures of the Social Security administrative process. But after representing so many of you and so many of you saying, I think I can do this and I don't need an attorney and I just want to handle it on my own, these webinars are made for you, okay? The average fee to an attorney is somewhere ranging between $2,700 and $3,200, although remember that it's possible that it can go as high as 25% of your back pay, of your back benefits, or $6,000, whichever is cheaper, right? So if you want to save yourself some dollars and you want to watch some of these webinars, I encourage you to do so. I'm going to share with you everything I know, and believe me, I got a lot up over here, okay? I got a lot of knowledge and a lot of hands-on experience, and I'm going to share it all with you. The topic today is just a gold nugget, a little piece of gold nugget information, and we're standing in beautiful, well, that can't be a topic. I can't say the topic is a gold nugget, but you know what? Why don't we say that the topic is pearls of wisdom? Pearls of wisdom. Why do I say pearls of wisdom? Because we're standing in beautiful Nyack, New York. Right behind me, you can see the seagulls are here. The water is choppy. It's getting cold. And why do I say pearls of wisdom? Because the studies have shown that the original colonists, when they came over here in the 1600s, it shows that they actually, one of the first places that they dwelled in and settled in was in Rockland County, over here right off of Muncie, and right in Nyack. This was a tremendous fishing port. They were able to find different ancient native Indian tools and bowls and a lot of emptied shells. A lot of emptied shells from oysters, oyster shells, which we all know have pearls. Hence, the pearls of wisdom. So what are the pearls of wisdom? Let me tell you a little story. The year is 1995. I know it's a long time ago, right? A long time ago. I was a young law student eager to take on the world, running up the hill with the sword in my hand, ready to take on, you know, the government forces, and I was working at legal services for the elderly, helping those elder patients who were sick and who needed in-home health services. Many of you know what that is. It's offered by Medicaid, or if you're in California, Medi-Cal. That's when a nurse and a custodian and attendant comes into your home and they help you for about a certain amount of days per week, or a certain amount of hours per day to help you get dressed and bathe and cook your food, and they're there to help you. In-home health services, fine. So I'm working for legal services for the elderly, and one time I had to go down to one of the district offices to have a conversation with the manager because I was very concerned as to the way the case was being processed. I was very concerned as to the timelines. I was very concerned as to the equity, the fairness, and the due process that was given to my client. And as I'm standing at the front desk waiting for the supervisor to come, all I hear is brrring, brrring, brrring. And I'm standing next to someone like, do you hear something ringing? Brrring, brrring, brrring. I'm like, yeah, I hear it too. What is that? I'm like, I don't know. Brrring. It sounded like muffled a little. Brrring, brrring. So finally the lady comes up to help us. She gives us a little bit of time and I tell her what I need, and finally she helps us out. And finally, before I leave, I say, can I ask you a question? She goes, yeah. I'm like, what is that? Brrring, brrring. What is that noise? So she starts laughing. She goes, oh, that? She goes, yeah. And she opens up, I kid you not, I cannot make this up, New York State. She opens up the desk, right? That was kind of over there at the front desk. She opens up a drawer in the desk, and from inside the drawer, she pulls out, and it's an old phone, right? Not a cordless, one of the old-fashioned cord phones. And she pulls out the phone with the wire that was inside the drawer, inside the desk, with the drawer shut. She pulls out, she puts it on the table, she goes, oh yeah. She goes, that's the ringing of the 1-800 hotline for the office. I said, what's it doing in the drawer? She goes, exactly. She goes, well, you don't have the staff to pick that up. We don't have the staff to answer it. She goes, that's the main incoming telephone number into our office so that people like you, attorneys, or your clients can call us up for help. And you know where it's kept? She goes, it's kept in the drawer. No one answers it. It's an unbelievable story, right? If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. So we're Nyack, pearls of wisdom, the oyster shells. So what is a pearl of wisdom I can give to you? Well, the pearl of wisdom I can give to you is if you're finding that you're calling the district office and no one is calling you back, if you're finding that you're calling DDS and no one's calling you back, or you're calling the ODAR, Office of Disability Adjudication and Review, which is the hearing office of the judges and the Social Security Administration, if you find that no one's calling you back, I'm not saying that the telephone is in the drawer necessarily. That was one specific occasion when it happened to me back in 1995. But I'm saying that it's not right. There's something that doesn't smell correct, and something is requiring your attention. And as difficult as it may be, you're gonna have to either somehow get another phone number for that office, you're gonna have to request to speak to the manager of the office or the supervisor of the office, and even say, what's going on over here? I'm calling, no one's calling me back. You need to have a log, you need to write down anything that you're doing. This is a piece of a pearl of wisdom. You make a phone call to SSA, you make a phone call to the district office, to DDS, to ODAR, you make a phone call to your doctor, you make a phone call to get a hospital to the medical records. I want you to have a journal, I want you to have a log, okay? Just like in our law offices where we go ahead and we have a paper trail of every single phone call we made, and the date, and the time, and the number of minutes that the phone call lasted, and a little notation, place call to hospital, you know? Requested and faxed in, medical record request, send check for so-and-so. We write exactly. Even if you call and you get a voicemail, place call, left voicemail to so-and-so, ask them to call me back. You need to write down everything that you did. So that way, number one, you have the information that you need when you're dealing with the supervisor or the manager to tell them, hey, you know, don't tell me I didn't call. I called on this date and I left a message for this person. I called on this date and I left a message for this person. And I called on this date and I left it. You need to have it down. You need to have your ducks in order. You need to have your facts straight. If you don't have your facts straight, you don't have your ducks in order, then it becomes very difficult. It's not to argue, but it becomes very difficult to assert yourself properly and tell your manager and supervisor in that office there with confidence, no. Excuse me. I called. Here's the log. If you have it on your cell phone, you can actually go ahead and pull up your cell phone log and show them, here's what I called, I need help, and then you're going to find they're going to be very responsive to you. Because they know that if it gets denied, you go before the judge, and you start showing the judge your cell phone log, you start showing that you called, you start showing that there's no response, they can have a big problem. If you need to send something in, I hope you're doing it with the ERE, which is the Electronic Records Express. That means that you're submitting it in directly to their fax machine, and because it has a barcode on it, which you should be given by the Social Security Administration, your submission of data, your submission of evidence is going to go directly right into your ERE file, and it's going to be attached in the proper order to what? It's going to be attached to your history and your record. Every single thing that you do, you must have a paper trail, and a paper trail. That is my pearls of wisdom to you. Don't rely on your brain, okay? I know you're very smart. I know you got it all figured out. It's too much to handle. There's too many forms, there's too many hospitals, there's too many medical records, there's too many names, there's too many telephone numbers, there's too many fax numbers, there's too many emails. It's just too much. Get a paper, get a pad, get a paper, get a computer, write down the information. When you called, who you spoke to, what you left in terms of information, what you requested, have it all down. And that's my pearls of wisdom to you. The goal in all these webinars is to give you little tips, gold nuggets, strategic advice on how you can win your case. This seems very simple. You shouldn't feel like you wasted your time with this webinar. You know how many people call and they don't keep a journal of what? Of who they spoke to? I'll tell you something else, by the way. If you have asthma attacks, if you have seizures, if you have any other types of repetitive continuous incidences, you all should be keeping a log. That's another pearl of wisdom. You should be keeping a log as to, on so-and-so date and so-and-so hour, this and this happened to me. I had a seizure, I had a petite mal seizure, I had a grand mal seizure, I had an asthma attack, I had sometimes I got dizzy, all of a sudden, you need to write down exactly what you had. You need to write who were the witnesses, who saw it. You need to keep everything detailed. And that's the way you're going to win your case. Nyack, looking out in the Hudson, you got the boats, you got the water, you got the seagulls. It's very comfortable, a little cold. It's a beautiful, quaint town. Come check it out. Not too far from Piermont. It's something that is, I think, a little bit of a hidden pearl within the New York State coast over here, where you can come in. The town is small and quaint, and the architecture of a lot of the homes is really, really, really beautiful. It's just really beautiful, and a lot of food, delicious food, a lot of delicious restaurants, shopping, and come check it out. Okay, I'm honored as always that you trust me to go ahead and to sit with you and to give you some of the practical advice, gold nuggets, and pearls of wisdom that I have. Until the next time that we meet, until the next time that we learn together, www and benefits for all. Come check it out. My name is Avi Leibovic. If I can help, we're happy to help. Give a call to our office. Receive a free screening, right? If you need help with your hearing, one of our attorneys or myself are happy to come down and help you represent yourself at the hearing. Don't worry, we don't back away from the judges. We know exactly how to take care of it. Right? As they say, Nick, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. No, I'm kidding. Don't put anything in your pipe and smoke it. But it's just a little humor. We need to lighten up here. I could be in a classroom and we could be sitting here, it could be very dry. Bueller. It can be very dry. But I don't want it to be dry. I want it to be exciting. I know it's difficult for people to pay attention and to listen, so I try to keep these as fun, as light, as enjoyable as you can. There's some that are going to be a little bit longer because you need to give the information over, but generally we try to keep it enjoyable, okay? Come check it out. Nyack, New York, Avi Leibovic, www and benefits for all. All the best. Bye-bye.